for joining me today. Today I have a project that I have to get done. It's fall, so everything is pretty much I'm doing anymore is basically just fall maintenance. And I would like to maybe fill some containers before the end of season, you know, a few more. But mostly it's just there is so much work to do, clean up and deadhead and you know, do all the fall maintenance, basically clean up leaves and all that. So today I'm doing a few things and I thought I can maybe share with you. I have few rhododendrons in my garden, and then I also have some camellias and also some azaleas. So I'm going to do fall maintenance on that, and then also I'm going to plant another rhododendron and also another shrub or tree, which we'll talk about it here in a little bit. And but first I just wanted to say thank you so much for everybody's compliments and positive comments. It was just really nice to read everybody's comments and feel like I'm connected with all the gardeners in the world and around the world. So it's just really nice to be able to share my passion with you know, everybody who loves gardening. So it was really, really nice. Thank you so much. Anyway, so I have few rhododendrons. So first I wanted to tell you that I'm planting a rhododendron today, which called Percy Wisman. And here it is. Look how beautiful this is. It's kind of creamy yellow with a beautiful pink included. I think it's kind of a bicolor, so it's really, really pretty, and it's going to get big. It's about 250 centimeters high, so you know, it's about 2.5 feet. No, yes, no, it's 2.5 meters, I guess, if I'm not wrong. So anyway, 250 centimeters high, 100 to 250, and so everybody know, I showed you guys last time that I just finished this area. I've been digging this pretty much the whole summer, and I prepared the soil. I haven't filled anything in there yet, but I think I'm going to probably plant some dahlias in the springtime, and you know, and then just we'll figure it out, maybe peonies and some other things. But today I'm thinking to plant this rhododendron right here. I cleared out lots of, you know, branches and lots of things that was kind of dead here. So I'm going to plant this rhododendron right here. I think it's going to be a really nice spot for it. I don't think it will get too much sun. I don't think that rhododendrons like a lot of sun, like afternoon hot sun or being in full sun all the time. So they need a little bit of a protection from the sun. I think this is going to be a good spot because it has kind of a dappled shade and here through these shrubs, and also I can, if it gets really big, I can always create more room for it. But also I think the sun doesn't hit here as much. I think it just comes in a midday maybe, and then just kind of passes this way. So I think this part gets in a hot afternoon sun a lot more than this corner. So I'll keep an eye on it and see how it does. If it doesn't do well and I feel like it's getting burnt, I probably will move to another area. But I'm feeling like it probably will do okay here. So anyway, there is another shrub that I wanted to plant right here. It's called called Mexican hydrangea or glory flower. Those are the common names, but the Latin name is Clerodendrum bungei. So I will pop the picture on a screen for the shrub. It's a very, very beautiful, it does have a kind of a hydrangea-like flowers. It has a kind of a deep maroon. Before it opens, the buds are like deep maroon color, and then as it opens, kind of a light pink. But it does look like hydrangeas, and it blooms between I think August and September. So this is a really nice time when most of the flowers are kind of, you know, going away. There's not much going on except probably for dahlias and some annuals. But it would be nice to have, this area filled in with lots of pretty flowers, bright flowers. It would be beautiful. So I'll pop the pictures on the screen so everybody can see what the flowers look like. And also I wanted to show you a couple of other red rhododendrons that I have here before I start. And so I planted one this spring and another one last fall, and they're all doing really, really good. So this one right here, look at this rhododendron, and I'm really excited. I just want to say, because I'm really new to rhododendrons and azaleas. In Colorado, I couldn't grow them. I did try, and I almost did, but it's very unpredictable. Depends on the winters. It's just really not the good plant to plant in Colorado in Zone 5. And so, but look at these huge buds. Look at this. I planted this early spring. It flowered. It was finished. And now I have more buds for the spring. I'm really excited about this. It's looking really good. And just wanted to also say that our soil here is alkaline. So as everybody know that rhododendrons, azaleas, camellias, and all that, they just really like acidic soil. And so often people say that it's very difficult to grow them in an alkaline soil, but you should try them, honestly. I mean, I've tried them and it works. They're doing really good. So and I will do some maintenance on it and I'll tell you more about it. So, but this particular one, I wanted to show you the picture. It's really, really pretty. It kind of has a bicolor again. It's deep maroon again, kind of dark raspberry with the white centers a little bit. It's really, really pretty. So that's that. And then I have another one over there, which is, let me show you the picture really quick since I'm here. It has a really deep purple with a little bit of a brown, light brown eyes. Look at that. This is really, really pretty. And this one bloomed really well. This one here, it's doing really good. You can see it formed buds already for the spring. It's looking good. Yeah, so anyway, here we are. We'll just go ahead and plant my other rhododendron, and then we'll come back and do some maintenance on this, and then we'll just talk about it a little more. Okay, let's go this way. All right, so planting rhododendron. There's a couple of things that we need to know about rhododendrons is that they really don't like having their crown to be sitting in a puddle of water. So, for example, if anyone has if you have a sandy soil that water drains right away and it's just really hard to keep the water or soil wet all the time, it kind of runs away. Then you need to probably plant the rhododendron kind of a little deeper. That would have, quite moisture, to keep the moisture around it. For me, for example, I have alkaline soil, and the alkaline soil keeps a lot of moisture. So what I need to do in my conditions to plant just a little higher the surface of the soil, so it doesn't sit in and the crown doesn't sit in the water. So I'll show you how I am doing this. So this is where I want to plant, and I will grab something. One moment. I use these little boards to get in here because I don't like stepping in my soil. It's all treated and dug. So, okay, let me just make sure this is where maybe a little forward. A little bit like that. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so I'll go ahead and dig it. Okay, so at this point I'm going to mix some acidic soil to it, with my native soil to kind of mix in. What you don't want to do is plant them into the acidic soil, because when the root starts growing and going into the native soil, they will get shocked and they will not like it. So the best way to do is mix the acidic soil with your native soil to give them immunity. So when they hit the native soil, they will not be shocked. They will be immune to it. Okay, so this is too far. I'm going to sprinkle some acidic loving plants fertilizer, and this is Naturon, I believe. I get them in France. I really like them. They have many different versions of, for different plants, for oleanders, for different things, and it's really, really great. I really like them. It's totally organic, and so I'm going to sprinkle. Okay, so as you can see, I planted the rhododendron a little higher than the soil level, and I kind of brought all the soil against it and made this kind of a hill around it. And this way, when I water them, it will run down and make the puddle here instead of on the crown. And they really just don't like sitting in the water. But as I said, for the sandy soils, it's a little different than this. So now I will just soak them really good, and we are ready. Probably should have done the other way. I'll change them later. Okay, so now I'm going to plant my Mexican hydrangea. Okay, so this is the rhododendron, and Mexican hydrangea is planted. Now we'll just go ahead and do some maintenance, and then we're finished. So for this rhododendron, again, just like anything else, really there is no particular way of doing the fall maintenance at all. I mean, you can't go wrong. The only thing you could go wrong is trimming the wrong bush wrong time. For example, rhododendrons, you can see we can't trim them in the fall. In the fall, like this time, they always need to be trimmed. I'm sorry. They always need to be trimmed in the springtime when the flowers are finished. So as you can see, they're already formed buds for the spring. So if we would have trimmed today, we would have not had any flowers in the spring. So we had to wait for the next year to have any flowers. So what I do is basically just simple as everything else. I just sprinkle some fertilizer around the base. And then with the acidic soil, I'm going to pack the base really well. And you don't have to use acidic soil, honestly. I've previously placed some regular compost and it works just fine. Today I decided to use acidic soil, but you don't have to use acidic soil. I think it helps if you do, but if you don't, I don't think it will be wrong to do it. So, and then some other growers that I heard, they always said that I heard them say that, you know, the leaves from the rhododendrons that falls down, it's good to keep them around their base like that. And I think they do create mulch, but because they're acidic, they actually do help the plant itself. So what I'm going to do is try that. I don't know about the theory, I've never done it before, but I heard them say that. So I'm going to all these leaves pack underneath the rhododendron and just let them compost and give the nutrients to the plant. Okay, one down. And then I also wanted to show you my magnolias. I have a few magnolia trees, and I treat them exactly the same way. Magnolias are also acidic soil loving plants, so I'm going to do the same thing for them as well. This particular one is really beautiful. It's called Black Tulip, I'm sorry. It's called Black Tulip. And I will pop the picture on the screen. You will see this is a really very deep purple color, or anyway, one of the deep colors of the magnolias. I have one here. I have a white one right here, which this one is going to get big, but you can see it has buds. These are really new trees, you guys. I planted them about not this spring, but the last spring. So they're still stabilizing and growing. So this one is a white. This one has a deep dark color, and then the other one right there is the yellow one. I have one right here, up on this hill, and this one right here is a yellow magnolia. So as you can see, this side, this part of my garden where I'm still going to work, nothing has been done here. I just planted these trees and kind of let them, take advantage of time and start establishing and getting bigger. But you can see this is all I need to clear out and create the whole new gardens here, and I'll update you as I go for everything that I'm doing. But anyway, this is a rough area of my garden where I am just trying to get to. So Magnolias I'm going to treat exactly the same way. I'm going to again just sprinkle some fertilizer around the tree base like that, and then I'm going to pack it a little bit with a nice fresh acidic soil. Okay, so these are Magnolias, which I'll finish up everything in a little bit. And then I wanted to also show you my Camellias, and I don't think I've showed you my row of Camellias in the past because they're kind of tucked away. As you remember from my other videos, I have a whole row of incredible hydrangeas right here, which I did maintenance on. And so what I've done, in the back of these hydrangeas, I've planted a whole bunch of Camellias. And what my idea was that as they grow, I'm going to clear out these trees and cut down all the dead branches, hopefully, to open up space. And the Camellias in the back will create a nice hedge of privacy screen because they're evergreens, they don't lose their leaves. And also it will be really beautiful display of flowers in the springtime. So because the hydrangeas, as you can see, they will be, they're finished and they're losing all their leaves. They basically will be this way until spring. But the Camellias in the back right here, they have beautiful green colored leaves, kind of glossy, nice dark color. They also bloom a lot, so they will actually get bigger. It will fill up the space. And while the hydrangeas are, kind of in a dormancy, you can see in the spring, you can see beautiful flowers of the Camellias. So anyway, we'll just go this way. I will go right here so you can see a little better. So Camellias don't like a lot of sun. They really like shade. I planted all this. They were very, very small, and they're actually getting quite big. As you can see, they also set buds. I find it that they like water. I think they really like water, so you have to keep them moist, and especially you have to give them lots of water. But in the August, late July, August, that's where they really start setting their buds. Until now, make sure to give them good soaking water, maybe once a week. It depends on your area. I give them a little more because in the summertime we are in drought completely. We are in a subtropical area where in the summer it gets really, really dry, but then now approximately November, when we started, it's our rainy season. So we'll start raining. I don't have to do anything until spring, and then about July when we just get into a drought season, and there is no rain at all. They need water. I mean, that's what I find anyway. For me, I think they do well. They respond better when I water them or keep them moist. So you can see the Camellias are also, I planted just a little above the ground where when I water them, their crown doesn't sit in a puddle of water. They just really don't like it. So, and they've done really good. I mean, you can see the foliage is looking really good. There's lots of buds. So what I'm going to do again is to just sprinkle some fertilizer. okay, and then pack them with some nice soil. There you are. So I'm going to finish this in a moment, but also, you know, the azaleas are the same way. For me, azaleas also need lots of water. Lots of people say that they're drought tolerant. I don't know. For me, they just seem like they always want water. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but again, I'm a little new to this type of plants because we didn't have this in Colorado, where I really learned how to garden. And but I want to show you. I have azalea here. I'll just go in there. I have azalea right here. I need to trim this. I'm working on this bed, but it already has. This is not the evergreen type. I actually really like them. They're actually quite cold tolerant as well. I did have this variety in Colorado, even in a kind of a more sheltered area, morning sun, afternoon shade. They did really well. And so for anyone who lives in the northern areas and wants to grow azaleas, these varieties are really nice. I'm not exactly sure what is the name, to be honest, because when I was planting this garden, I didn't know that I was going to do videos, so I didn't save them. But they are the variety that they're not the evergreen varieties. So anyway, but as you can see, it's doing really good. I will go ahead and maintenance exactly the same way as I do the others. Okay, so this is all for today. I hope you guys find this video to be helpful to you. It's always nice to hear how everybody does things, and so hopefully you guys can take some tips from me, and I'm also learning from everyone else. So if you have any questions, please leave me comments, and it's always nice to hear from all of you. So don't forget to subscribe to my videos if you like them and find them useful. So, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.